The Handmaid's Tale Season 5 Episode 8 Trailer Explained. With Episode 7 of the show finishing the way that it did, with Serena being detained and June looking conflicted in her emotions in how she felt about it, Episode 8 looks as though it's set to build upon the relationship that was formed, whilst also continuing the quest to find Hannah in Gilead. So with that, I thought I'd break down and explain all that there was to take away from the trailer for the next episode. So let's get into it. Here is The Handmaid's Tale Season 5 Episode 8 Trailer Explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The first shot of the trailer opened up with it looking as though Serena was now out of hospital, and it looked as though she was in some kind of centre where she was being detained for illegally being inside of Canada. It seems as though she was sitting in some kind of visiting area where it was clear to see that Mrs. Wheeler was walking towards where Serena was sitting down. After this, we then had the line, "You are not equipped for motherhood," being spoken by Mrs. Wheeler directed towards Serena in the visiting room. So it showed us that the Wheelers will most certainly be going after trying to get custody of Noah, ultimately separating Serena from her child. It also ties into what we saw in episode 6 of the show, where we saw Mrs. Wheeler mention to Serena how she believed that a child should be raised with a mother and a father, instead of just a mother on their own, which is why she's most likely stating that she's not equipped for motherhood, because she'll just be on her own and she currently has no place to reside. However, it seems as though Serena is going to fight for him as she uttered, "Noah is my baby." After this, we then had a drastic change in tone and setting, and we saw a shot of Commander Lawrence in a new location, with most noticeably Nick in the background. Commander Lawrence said the line, "New Bethlehem, a new settlement, no handmaids. We'll reunite you there," which to me seems as though he could be speaking with June and discussing how he's going to reunite Hannah and June there. We've seen him wanting to implement New Bethlehem for some time now, but Commander Putnam specifically was resisting and preventing it from going ahead. So with him taken out in episode 6, we could see Commander Lawrence's progress being made to create the land that he wants. Seeing as though the next clip was followed by a scene of a flashback of June and Hannah, the reunion looks as though it could well be on the cards, and that it was certainly alluding to both June and Hannah being reunited, so I'm intrigued to see if it's going to be a smooth reunion. Following this, we then had Luke uttering the line, "He's the architect of Gilead and you just believe him." This is Luke clearly being reluctant to side with the commander of Gilead, Commander Lawrence, and fearing the worst that could potentially occur, especially after what happened in the previous episode where they went into no man's land and ended up being captured. The next shot that we had was of June saying, "I would risk anything to be with her," where it then cut to a shot of both Luke and June looking at a laptop, and I believe they're going to be looking at the latest footage that's out there of Hannah that we saw later on in the trailer. I'm presuming this is some of the footage that was on the USB that Jaden handed them way back in episode 5 of the show. As she was surrounded by some other individuals, it further confirms that she's likely in the school for the commander's wives. After this, we then had a shot of Serena inside of what looked like the Wheeler's house, where it looked as though she had managed to get outside of the center that she was being detained in, and she's gone back to the Wheeler's house to confront them. They were all dressed in black, so it makes me think that it could potentially be a funeral of some kind that they might be attending. The final shot that we had in the trailer was of Serena in tears asking, "What am I supposed to do now?" To which June was visiting Serena, showing that their relationship has been repaired, and that June wants to help Serena keep hold of Noah, as she herself knows the pain of what it's like in having a child taken away. It then finished with June uttering the line, "Listen to me, you cannot help your child if you're not with them." It seems as though next week's episode is going to be an eventful one, where the original arc of going back to find Hannah is going to be reignited, and we'll now also see Serena mirroring June's behaviour as she fights to also be with her child. The show has taken a turn, but one that has elevated it and has made two former enemies allies as they seek to fight for the same cause. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next. So, there you have it, The Handmaid's Tale Season 5 Episode 8 Trailer Explained. If you want to see more videos such as endings explained, theories and predictions, and character breakdowns, then click on the I button. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review next, then head over to my Twitter, @brainpilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think is going to happen next? Leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.